Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction video on my channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, the request for this video today came from one of you guys in the comment section, and it was to watch I Made the World's Most Powerful Hammer by I Did a Thing. We have not watched I Did a Thing at all so far on this channel, so that would be a first time ever. But the thumbnail was pretty fucking wild. Also, well, I think it's gonna be quite crazy. Also, the video is like 20 plus minutes. What are you gonna do to a hammer? How are you gonna craft a hammer for 20 plus minutes in a video? It's probably gonna be quite crazy. I went back to the cutout of the video because I think I'm gonna cover up a bit in this video if I'm just full screen as usual. Yeah, as always, a link to the original video is down in the description. If you enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe to him and support him. And yeah, let's see what the world's most powerful hammer is gonna be like. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Joey. I'm still in lockdown.
Still in lockdown? When was this video? 3 years ago, 2021. Oh, mid-COVID era. That was something, huh? That was. You look back on it, it's like a completely different time. It's like what happened back then? What were we doing back then? But the thing in the beginning, like hitting your fingers with the hammer. Oh my god. Yes, I know that feeling. In school, we had like a lesson solely around like crafting stuff and and bro, I hit my fingers probably more often than the nail itself, and it's such an uncomfortable feeling and frustrating because I don't need to feel that pain. I'm just dumb.
And I'm bored, really bored. So bored, I've been finding ways to make mundane activities more of a challenge and dangerous. But so far, haven't found anything exciting enough. But then I saw the experts, Mexicans. So today, I'm gonna make my version of their...
Yeah, that was in the thumbnail. That is... Bro. That looks like a fucking torture device. That looks like something like Smo from fucking Dark Souls 1 would be wielding. What is that? This is like a man's fever dream right there.
Thoroughly sick of lockdown and being unable to do stuff. Luckily, today's sponsor, NordVPN, allows me to travel the world wherever I want.
It's funny now with the EU and the UK and their stupid child safety bullshit. How VPNs are probably gonna make a comeback. This video is 3 years old, 3+ years old, and it's getting relevant again. That's not a positive thing. That's just
some photos of me on my recent trip to Paris. And here's me in New York.
Oh no.
I've been a Nord customer for years and love the fact that it's easy to use with a single click, allowing me to access over 5,200 servers in 60 countries that gives me the fastest speed of any VPN out there. It also protects all my internet data behind its ultra-secure wall of next-generation encryption, which is great when I'm being dodgy. Let's say I'm sick of being in Sydney, where the COVID cases
when I'm being dodgy,
I just change my location, and now I'm in Singapore, watching and hanging out with the cast of Singapore Social. It just takes one click, open the map, click on the location, and you'll be connected in seconds. So, to protect your data and to get the most out of streaming services from all across the world, just go to nordvpn.com/ididthing to get a 2-year plan plus 4 additional months with a huge discount.
Sheesh.
So, what are you waiting for? Go use my link in the description now and go start surfing all over the world today. Alright, now some of you probably already know I'm not the first to copy the Mexicans with explosive hammers, and an Australian company, Ramset, beat me to it making this, which is used to drive nails through brick and metal. And I could just buy one of these, but look at that price.
I mean, yeah, okay, on the side here, sure, we have like $800 and $700. But if you think about it here, $300 for a hammer that can drive nails into, what did you say, cement blocks? And what did you say?
Through brick and metal. And I could
Honestly, if you're gonna use it a
just
lot,
buy one of these.
$300 for a tool like that, in my opinion, seems absolutely okay.
But look at that price.
Oh, yo, you're covering it up.
$1,000.
$1,100. Whoops. The price difference, bro. We have $300 and we have $1,100. That's almost the whole car. Like my Civic cost me $1,500 back during COVID. That's $1,100. Damn. Okay, never
I'm
mind.
definitely
Never
better
mind.
off making my own. So the first thing I did was buy a $2,000 lathe. Okay,
What?
so this is my plan. I've collected all the scrap metal in my house.
Yo, he's got some nice arms.
All
Look at his biceps,
Scrap
bro.
metal.
Sheesh. Those are some, like, respectively, those are some nice bicep veins, my man. Not bad, not bad.
In my house.
What are you doing, bro?
Which I reckon I can combine to make this.
Jesus.
It's pretty simple, just a block of metal in two pieces with a swivel point here. Then you put the nail inside with a charge behind it, and when I hit the nail here, it moves back and hopefully sets off the charge, firing the nail out the end. And some of you might recognize some similarities between this and stuff made here's baseball bat. But look, if he's allowed to copy my steel-toed
Making steel-toed Crocs. Wow.
video and make it much better, then I'm allowed to copy his video and make it much worse. And that's my idea. But I don't actually think I have the skills to make this, since this is my first time using a lathe, and so far I've only made this. So hopefully making the hammer.
This is the type of stuff that I would love to watch, but hate to do myself. Summarized perfectly. That I enjoy watching stuff like that, but I would absolutely despise having to do it myself.
And unlike this, which is made from round bar and fits in the 3-jaw chuck, I'm using square bar for the hammer, which doesn't fit. So either I add another jaw on the side,
that is big,
or use this 4-jaw chuck. And this sounds like an easy solution, but when you put material in a 4-jaw chuck like this, it needs to be centered using one of these. And I hate being precise. I always avoid it, but now, thanks to this tool, I have the ability to tell how unprecise I am, accurate to 1/100th of a millimeter.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
This is dumb. I feel like nothing I do makes any sense. I hit this side, and now this side has moved in. And then I turn this thing, and now the whole thing's the wrong way.
Wait, what?
But after mucking around with it for ages, I seem to have gotten the piece roughly in the middle. So I brought in the tool to do a cut across the face. And lathing is a lot of fun and really makes you feel like a man with a big manly tool. Mainly because it allows me to finally grow facial hair.
Bruh. What?
And that facing cut feels pretty
Yo, look at the veins. Sheesh. Those are some fucking bodybuilder veins right there. What? Sheesh. Bro, leave some bitches for the rest of us. What the fuck?
smooth. And after comparing it to my face, it's much more flat.
Oh,
Okay, now I'm going to drill a hole
Come on.
in the center of the block. And this is the scary part, as if it's not centered, all the machinist watching will make fun of me.
what? It's too short. What? we would have been suspended, bro. Absolutely. Or if we did stuff like that, like drilling a hole without our safety goggles, our teacher would have probably, bro, thrown fucking tables after us.
And this sucks. If I can't get the drill bit out, I'm going to have to start all over. I tried yanking it out by turning the lathe on while holding the other part still, and even tried putting it in the freezer with diced mangoes, which always helps me relax and shrink in size. But nothing worked. But then
is there a reason
I had a
why
genius
the
idea.
mango specifically?
I grinded some flats on the side of the drill bit and used this wrench to attempt to turn it out.
Jesus, so many extra steps. Wow.
Yeah. Which worked, but I still need to make the hole a little larger. And I've decided from now on, I should definitely use a safer approach and use a dummy and some lubricant.
What? What the fuck?
And I'm pretty sure the lathe isn't meant to be making this noise. So I just put on some ear protection to fix the noise. And that looks pretty good. And the way to go also fits.
Same thing with your car. If it makes weird noises, just turn off the radio.
To be in the center. So I just cut the tip off using the world's most unpleasant tool. And then decided I had had enough of staring at these blanks and wanted to see what actually happens if I just hit one with a hammer.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Yes.
And now without ear protection for some reason.
3, 2,
what?
1.
Why? Why?
I don't know why I did that. My ears are literally still ringing while recording this.
Bro, you gotta protect your ears. You're just gonna regret it. Nah. That is no joke. Like, seriously, protect your ears. I remember, like, 2022. Yeah, 2022. When I went on a concert with a friend of mine, Billy Talent, and he was, like, in the front of the front. Like, he was right in the circle pit and right up there in the action. For me, it was way too loud, so I just went a lot more in the back, and my ears were fine. Like, I came home from the concert. I didn't have any ear protection, unfortunately. But my ears were just ringing while I was laying in bed. Next morning, everything was fine again. Because, like I said, I was away quite a distance. He, on the other hand, right there in the front, no ear protection. Like, he had his ears ringing for an entire week. Like, he literally told me it took an entire week for it to go away. That's not worth it. From that point on, ever since I went to concert, always wore ear protection. It may suck a bit in the moment, but it's not worth risking losing your hearing over it, right?
But
hearing protection is very important.
What happens if
Don't
I
underestimate
this
that.
Time with a nail on top. So I put the nail in, then place the blank underneath. And it's very important I do this in that order, so I don't accidentally set off the blank and die. Then I hit it as hard as I could.
2, 1.
Here we go.
And nothing. And again.
What?
This time I placed a sharper point behind the blank. And still nothing. And then I tried placing the blank on flat metal and also clamping the device so it doesn't fall onto the ground and then point towards me.
3,
here we go.
2, 1.
Yeah. Something definitely happened.
Holy shit. Where did the nail?
What?
That is...
Can you focus? What? The nail is in there at the top, sideways. What? Yo, that's dangerous as fuck. Cool, but dangerous. What?
Terrifying. Ah, I cannot believe that these say they are weak. I am so glad I didn't
Weak?
buy the strong ones.
What does it say? Caliber 6.8 by 11 millimeters. Safety cartridge screen weak. By that standard, what is considered like strong or heavy? And can you get them just like that? Without any extra steps, just walking into your fucking Home Depot / Walmart or wherever and can just buy those. If that is weak, I would like to know what the strong ones can do.
Let's check upstairs and see if that did any damage.
What?
And that works a little too well, which might be my fault.
What? Is that the nail? Bro. Why are your walls so fucking soft? What?
And
How?
that works a little too well, which might be my fault, as I spent an hour like a sweatshop worker machining like 100 nails down until I had an airtight fit in the hole of the hammer. And I'm really starting to think I should make myself like a Kevlar apron or something to protect my innards. If for some reason anyone watching has some Kevlar they don't want that they want to send me, hit me up. Okay, moving on with the build, I need to make a hinge between the two pieces. So I decided to just use a store-bought hinge, which will attach to the bottom of some flat bar like this. And now it's time for something else I've never done, which is use this tap and die set to create threads in metal. But first, I thought I'd better read the instructions very, very carefully to make sure I don't die. Then, once it was kind of together, I realized a potential problem with my design, which was that the round could go off when I closed the hinge.
Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, I
Which it didn't. So I set it off
think I
with a
see
stick
see
once
the
again.
potential problem.
3, 2, 1. Oh my god.
That worked.
It's too powerful, so it went straight through.
And we're still with... Oh no, come on. Like at this point, you gotta put like some wooden plank up there. I don't get it. Why does the nail always fire up sideways? Why does it go through the top sideways? Yeah, you should probably seriously like put like a piece of wood up there. That is... Imagine you're trying to sell your house and you're trying to explain how that happened. Yeah.
And let's go check upstairs again.
Oh my...
What? And that works great, but I still decided to swap the hinge out for a more beefy
Come
one,
on.
which I took from the door of this cabinet. And I like this thing. It's like I'm holding a badly rendered pistol. Now I need to decide on the locks that hold the pieces together. And at first I was going to go with this kind of artistic wanky lock, but I don't actually think it would hold together with the extreme forces on the hammer. So I went with this sturdier one. Then once I tap and not died the rest of the holes, I've essentially got the finished thing. Except it looks really ugly. And after looking online at other kinds of hammers and other stuff, I found this by Adam Savage, which I'm going to take slight inspiration from.
Okay, so what are we doing now?
And after all that grinding, I was curious as to how much metal I had actually lost. So I measured it, and strangely, I gained around 1 centimeter. Then I cleaned up the other pieces using my sick tech deck skills from my childhood. And so far, this has actually been
Tech
pretty
deck,
easy.
bro, those
But now
were
comes the
days.
hard bit, where I grind in the more delicate details and risk stuffing up this whole piece, which I'm terrified about. So I rolled a die to see which piece would be sacrificed first. Now I'm going to try and create an angled section on the side, and I can do this in 2 different ways. The first, by locking the grinding face at an angle, or I can do my favorite method, which is to lock myself at a 45-degree angle so I'm consistent with my grind.
Huh?
And after combining the two, I created this. So then I just did the same thing on the front to create these cute little triangles, which despite my fears, actually look pretty good. So
yeah.
then I attempted the scariest part.
It's
which
actually
is a rounded
really
groove
solid.
cut into metal, which blacksmiths and whitesmiths like to call fullers. So I tilted the belt at this sharp angle and started. And while doing this, I actually found the best angle for grinding was when I placed my head right here, which allowed me to see right along the face.
Yeah, blocking the camera is the perfect way.
Metal dust gets a good view of my face as well. And after all this grinding, I was starting to create a bit of mess on the floor with all these iron filings. But luckily,
why
I had
the
a mate
fuck?
who told me a tip, which was to place a bucket of water directly underneath the grinder, which is actually great as it keeps me nice and cool while doing this whole work.
What? Why are you barefoot, bro?
Okay, the fullers look pretty good, although it is starting to look more like the G word, which I'm too scared to say on YouTube. And this definitely isn't a G, it's a hammer, not illegal, and it's just a homemade, slightly a dodgy version
G
of
word,
something
bro.
I can buy from stores. So then I switched to this belt, which I found in the bin of a waxing salon. And the tiny hairs stuck to this belt give the metal a really nice finish.
My God, that's smooth.
And look at that.
It looks really cool.
It actually all looks good, except these little overhanging lips. So I gave it a labiaplasty.
Yeah, okay.
Now you're probably wondering how I'm going to stick a handle on this thing. And so am I. I definitely should have planned how I was going to do that from the start, because now I'm just going to have to go with the easiest, worst option, which is most likely going to ruin all of this work. And I'm going to attempt to weld a piece of pipe here and then just shove the handle in like this. And after a quick test, cutting another piece of pipe and welding that onto another piece of metal, and then hitting that as hard as I can against an anvil.
I was about to say, is it gonna fall apart?
It might hold. So I just got a piece real hot, squished it in the vise.
Why are you barefoot again, bro?
And hoped for the best. And I really hope this doesn't stuff up. This has been my longest project so far and took me a crazy 13 minutes and 59 seconds to get here. And I had to sit through a Nord sponsor and 2 unskippable ads. So this better work. And after filling the piece up with about an inch of lava, the weld actually looks alright and the piece hasn't deformed. So then I cleaned off the black stuff until it was shiny again and then did some research trying to decide on the finish for this metal. And what I do like is stone washing, where you etch the metal in acid. Then people on the internet will get that metal and put it in a rock tumbler to get this nice looking surface which protects the metal from rust and looks rustic. And I don't have a tumbler, so I figured out another easy way to make your own. All you do is you get your metal, put it in your pocket with some stones from the garden, and then put it in the washing machine for about an hour.
What?
Which gives you this. And I decided I don't actually like this very much, so I'm...
Surely that's gonna damage your washing machine. Surely that is not healthy for a washing machine to do. All of that just for the end result to be unsatisfying.
Sticking with the shiny finish, but I'm also going to copy what every WOG that moves to Australia does and cover pointless parts of it in gold in an attempt to make myself look more serious. Then I grab some oil.
Oh
and rubbed it all
no.
over the wood before using some quick set epoxy and a bolt to lock the handle in place. Now the instructions of the epoxy don't say you have to panic, but I find I get better results if I use the wrong size bolt, which I then have to cut down and then burn myself on. I then like to freak out that I'm not going to get the handle in place before the epoxy sets.
This is like the DIY 101, the fucking standard. Oh, it looks super easy. It's just this, and that. It should be like 30 minutes, and then it ends up being 5 hours. And you curse yourself for having started a project like that.
Ruining my whole
It's like working
project,
on your car.
Meaning
Takes
I'm
like
not gonna
5
be able to
times as
upload
much.
video in time, and I'm going to become irrelevant and not be able to upload on YouTube ever. And it worked. Then I took it back to the
Yay.
beautiful hairy belt to smooth it out. And I do like these hairy belts a lot. But just like the Thai place down the road, I find I get much better results when finishing by hand. And it's done.
That is really cool. It looks super. Okay, so is the third nail gonna be stuck at the top? I think yes. Let's see.
Nice. I don't know.
Yep. At this point, like, you can basically start writing letters with how they're flying into. You can literally just put your channel's name in there, just from having them fall through the roof for the top a couple times.
Why I didn't place a piece of wood there or something.
See? That's exactly what I meant.
Let's go upstairs.
You can just see, dude, from a literal distance, you can already see it.
What? Oh,
Is that you, Jesus? What?
And I'm very, very happy with that. This thing is powerful and beautiful. Definitely the coolest thing I've ever made. But I just realized that the vise was definitely adding heaps of support on the side and on the bottom of the hammer. So before I swing it by hand, I decided to put it on this rig, which perfectly recreates how my arm works.
Ooh. I was about to say, if you're gonna let go, it's probably gonna fall. Yes, it is. Here we go.
Then I figured out what was happening.
not going
My
off.
hammer was working in the vise, but not for the reasons I intended. I thought the nail was moving back and pushing the blank, setting it off. But that wasn't actually happening. Because I was scared and crouching down to make sure I didn't die, I was actually hitting the top of the hammer, not the nail, which meant I was squishing these two pieces of metal together, setting off the blank. So I switched to a shorter nail so that the end of the hammer would actually hit the table. And
Here we go. Okay,
yes.
that worked.
Yes.
So where's the nail now?
all right, let's hammer some
What was
stuff that you shouldn't be able to, like this fry pan.
What? No, what? Why did I mute it? Why would you destroy a perfectly working frying pan? What? It also looks pretty much brand new. I get an old one, but why a new one? Okay, that was. Wait. There were sparks somewhere there. Did you see that? Ah, yeah, there you see. So it seems like it worked.
Oh my god.
Cool. How are you gonna get it off now?
And it smashed through that easily.
Bro, it even dented the fucking frying pan.
Stuck. Cool.
Okay, and ooh. Now that looks like a weapon as well. Can you imagine swinging that on someone? Like a frying pan is already dangerous to hit someone with, but that?
It is
What?
Far out that.
The camera turned off. At the worst possible
That's
moment.
well
Wow. Wow.
Okay, it's stuck. Ooh. Whoa. It is punched a clean hole. You can see the punch marks. Or the way that it kind of blew it out at the back.
So it just went
That
straight
is
through.
insane.
And after that success, I think I'm going to take it off the rig and have a go at hitting it myself. And I'm honestly so surprised this thing hasn't blown apart yet. And even my dodgy weld seems to somehow be holding up. So I stacked up some stuff in front of me and decided to hit this book.
Wow. I was about to say, wait, what's the title of the book? I want to read it, and now it's a fucking... What? Why is there an egg?
Hit this book.
10 simple solutions to adult ADD. I don't think it's a frying egg.
Oh.
All right. Here we go.
Oh my god, I'm terrified of this thing.
Do you have your safety goggles? Most important question.
Thanks for waiting for me.
And your hearing protection. Oh, he even got gloves now. Now he's getting serious. Okay, there we see. See, we have hearing protection and visual protection plus gloves. Okay, he's taking this serious.
3,
There we go.
2, 1.
That was failure.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. Yeah, that one worked. You could literally hear it.
Actually fine to hold. I go all the way through the table. Went through the book, through the table,
What?
through this surfboard I have here.
What?
And
Oh my god.
that is insane. I'm gonna stop playing with this thing.
Bro, that is not a hammer anymore. That's a hammer gun. You should patent that shit and make millions of it. What? And again, these are the weak shells, right? How far can you go with this?
Thank you so much for watching. If you
Wow.
like that, please subscribe and check out some of my other stuff.
Wow. Now, honestly, those 21 minutes went by really damn quick. Okay, I really like that. I really like that. That was awesome. Again, this is the type of content I like watching, but I would absolutely dread having to do myself. But that's crazy. That is, to even think of that and then decide I'm gonna put this into action. That's pretty cool. That's pretty badass. I really enjoyed that one. Thank you for requesting that. If you have other videos from him you want me to watch, let me know down in the comments. I'm kind of interested now. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you very much for sticking through till the end. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I hope I will see you all in the next video. Take care and have a great day. Bye.